tonight is not about me. Tonight is not about me. Tonight is about two amazing guys that we have here tonight. This industry is dominated by 70% women. So we want to make a difference. And we have two amazing guys here tonight that we're going to share an amazing opportunity. Can't wait to hear the stories. One of them is Edgardo Torres. He is a law enforcement officer from Florida. He's an amazing guy, awesome father. I had the opportunity to spend time with him not too long ago at one of our activities. And wow, what a guy, you know, just to meet with him and meet his family was amazing. Juan, I just met recently, but I know he is Juan Quizhpe. He is a business owner. He has an amazing story, redemption story. You know, sometimes we go through hard times, and he actually went through a couple of hard times in the past couple of years, but he has risen and he's ready to go. So with that being said, I'm gonna introduce Edgardo. They said heroes don't have capes, but this guy is definitely a hero to us. Law enforcement Edgardo. I'll give you the floor, Edgardo.
Wow, Dan, thank you so much. Thank you for those amazing words. Thank you so much. It is a privilege to be with you and all these amazing leaders here on this platform tonight. And I'm just so excited and ready to, launch this thing tonight. I am so excited, and I see a lot of great leaders here. And one of the leaders that, that are here, Dave Daughtry, an inspiration to all of us here. And I'm so happy. Yeah, I think I saw him there. So
let's give him a great welcome.
Great welcome.
Dave, thank you for being here. Thank you for being here, David.
So much.
It's an honor to have you in our Zoom.
Yes, amazing inspiration to everybody here. So yeah, I'm ready. Let's get this thing going.
So Edgar, tell me a little bit about you. You know, how you came on this opportunity, give me a backstory.
All right. Well, I'm gonna give you just a quick, long story short version, because if not, I'll be here all night.
Quick 30-second story. That's how it should be.
Yeah, 30 seconds. Well, I came from Puerto Rico. I'm Puerto Rican. Came from Puerto Rico back in 1999 with my family. Obviously, my mom, single mom. With my 4 brothers and sisters, and just like any other family, just looking to have a better opportunity. So when I got here, I turned 18. I was working like as a dishwasher in IHOB, was working at McDonald's. Then somebody told me, hey, if you become a police officer, you can make $18 an hour. I was like, what, $18? I started doing the math in my head. I'm like, hey, yeah, of course, I can earn more income. So I started in law enforcement. In 2 days will be my 9th year being in this profession of law enforcement. But then, I realized that, man, no matter how much money I make, I'm always like one step behind, and it's frustrated because I have a family. I would like to spend more time with them, and money is good, but I've just been I was just so frustrated because of it. And that's when one of my obviously my stepdad's brother-in-law presented this opportunity to me. And let me tell you, I did not know a thing. He was asking me about, hey, what will you do with money, time, and health? And I was like, what do you mean? I'm just so lost because I'm just so used to, working, getting paid, and that's it. So that's how everything started. Okay.
It's
Everything
crazy,
started here.
Kind of crazy, huh? Somebody asks you that question, you don't know how to answer. Just to let you guys know how it's gonna work out, I'm gonna introduce you, and I'm gonna introduce Edgar. Juan, and then we're gonna have like a chat, going back and forward. So I would like to introduce now business owner and graphic designer, Juan Quizhpe. Juan, have the floor.
How you doing? Good evening, everybody. First of all, thank you, Omar. Thank you, Sen, chosen team. Appreciate you for this time and space. I'm Juan. What can I say about me? You know what?
Well, yeah, I'm gonna
Torres.
ask you the same question, man.
Okay,
First
okay.
of all, thank
Go
you
for
for
it.
being here, brother. I
Thank
want
you.
to, I know it takes time, and time is important for everybody. So I want to honor your time, and I want to thank you for being here. And I'm gonna ask you the same question. Tell me a little bit about you. 38 seconds tour. How do you came about along this opportunity? What was Juan doing before he came along this? And I know you have told something about having a little bit of hard times in business. So just tell me a little bit about it.
So the 30-second about Juan. Juan is all over the place. Well, I'm a serial entrepreneur. I love building businesses. I love developing businesses. I started as a graphic designer. Thank God to my industry, grew into advertising marketing, ran a business for since 2004. So it's been a great, beautiful roller coaster ride. And I've gotten to see the behind the scenes of a lot of advertising and marketing that goes on. So I love what I do, but I don't like how certain people do what they do. And what I found out to be true is that real transparency in people, business, and everything else just goes a long way. And that's what will make one of the things that made me fall in love with what I do here.
I see. And again, when you go in business, because I am a serial entrepreneur as well. I got my hands in 20,000 things at the same time. It's like you said, it's hard to connect with people, to do things, but this is what we do business.
Yeah.
So, quick question. Now that you mentioned that about people, so you have mentioned before that you have some success. And this question is for both of you guys. So, Juan, what did make you look at this opportunity?
The short version is I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. Real simple. I mean, and what I mean by that is not, well, physically sick, yes, but mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and family, just sick and tired of not being available, not being to come home. Yeah, I was, doing decent, trying to juggle a bunch of different businesses and jobs and do everything that I was doing. It did feel like I was an octopus running around with roller skates, but I didn't take care of what was most important and dearest to me. And I didn't realize that until it was too late. I didn't realize how certain relationships were very key, fundamental to being success in any business. When I had my printing business, my print partner passed away. And so it took a real hit on myself and on the business. And right after that, my brother passed away. But you know what? God is good. God is good, because through the grief, through everything else, I know that we all go through different dark caves, but there is a light at the end of the tunnel. That there is people that'll pull you out of that situation if you only ask God and listen. And I don't want to get on into it, but those people are, the group of people we surround ourselves with. And it's said that where 5 or more are, you're going to be the average of it. So, that's why I love what I do with this. Sen is an amazing. The people that I surround myself uplift and help me get out of that situation. I was going in a downward spiral, even with all the knowledge and everything that I knew, I was going in a downward spiral. Somebody said, "Hey, come on, let me pick you up. Let me pick you up." And that's one of the huge blessings about doing what we do, is being able to be good, positive-minded people.
Awesome. I always say, you come into this looking for something, and you find yourself finding a family. Edgar, I'm going to ask you the same question. With you being a law enforcement, a cop, and being so busy out there, and one of the most honorable professionals out there that we can have, and thank you for your service. What make you look at this?
Well, you just said it right there. Law enforcement is about serving. I believe that's why I joined the profession 9 years ago. So when I first looked at this business, I didn't quite understand, because I didn't have the knowledge at the time. So years go by and I read this book, Rich Dad and Poor Dad, and that's when within that book, I started learning about what financial independence was. about having that financial freedom. And then obviously the book talks about, network marketing being one of the, business models, to achieve that. And then when I started researching what network marketing was, it's about serving people. The more people I help, the more successful I will be. The more people I, help to become superstars, you know, I will become a superstar, So
Awesome.
it's all about serving other people. And obviously the benefits that come behind that, it's amazing because you can build it from anywhere in the world, not just from your home. You can build it from anywhere in the world. You know, you can reach the any place in the world, right? That you don't even have to invest. It's very minimal of what you invest. Plus the team, the support that you get, from obviously your mentors, your uplines. It is incredible. And then when I did that research, I knew then that I was like, all right, this is the route that I want to take. This is the route that I want to do, not just for myself, but for my family, for my kids, that they don't get to see me. And sometimes I go out there 12 hours, a day, not knowing if I'm going to come back home or not. That really hit home. So what other profession is going to allow me to have that balance of,
Wow.
of having an income and having the time for my kids? So,
Amazing. So Juan, I also want to ask you the same thing. There's three whys that we always look at when we're doing this. One is why me? The other one is why this? And we already answered that. And if you didn't get it, I'm going to answer that for you. We are in the best time to do this. This would allow you to open your horizons. This will allow you to have time with your family. This will allow you to do the things that you dreamed to do, but you couldn't do because you're stuck in a 9 to 5. And so I'm going to ask you the last one. What we already answered why this, the network marketing. We already answered why me. You guys just said, you guys were looking for something, looking for another opportunity. And now we're going to answer the question of why this company and who's this company.
Sure.
And you guys can have the floor, both of you.
Sure. Well, to be very honest with you, I was very skeptic at first. I'm gonna be very transparent here. I was very skeptic. I approached this very skeptically. Again, because of my background in advertising and marketing, I know what advertising and marketing does. I know what Photoshop can do. I know what video editing can also do and whatnot. And I'm like, so I approached this very skeptical, to be very honest with you. But the more I did research, the more I dug into the business, the more I dug into who the owners were, what they were about, their values, the charitable causes that they do, how we represent the company everywhere around the world, everywhere where we set up business and set up shop, we help the community, we help the kids. And I was like, well, the more I was looking for things against the company, the more I fell in love with it. The more I was looking for bad reviews, the more I saw testimonials all over the internet and Google and YouTube and everywhere about how great this, not only the business, but everything else that's entailed within the business was. So I think, to be honest with you, I approached it very differently, but because I did that, I did the digging and the digging and digging until I got tired and I was satisfied with what I found. And I said, you know what, this is really what I've been looking for.
Awesome. Edgar, tell me a little bit about this company. Who runs it? Who are we dealing with?
well, let me tell you, when I did my research, For Life Research, the company, that's the name of it. When I did my research, it was For Life Research. Is the immune system company. But the three things that stood out from all the other companies in this within the industry, because there's tons of them. The owners, Bianca and David Listenby, the way they are, how do you say that word? The way they have this administration, like it is strong. They know how to administrate, their company there. So that stood out to me. That gave me security because I'm like, all right, these people know what they're doing. They know where they're heading. They have a vision, right? And the product, okay? This product is changing people's lives every day, and it's going to continue, to change the world, all right? And that also gave me security. And then the compensation plan, that was another thing. So those three things to me stood out from, the rest, from all the other rest of the companies.
Awesome. So leadership, leadership of the company, the product actually caught your attention, and we're going to give you a quick rundown of the product. We have products from, we are called the Immune System Company. So we have products for your immune system, but we also have products for that goes into the weight management industry. We have skincare products, and you can ask the person that invited you here tonight what kind of products do we have. They can explain a little bit about that in depth to you. But we're going to give you a quick rundown here. We have products from like I said, skincare, immune system, weight loss, and many more products. We have over 90 products. If we spend time talking about those here tonight, we won't. But right now we have a short video about our company. So Omar, take it away. So it looks like we're having trouble with the video. So let's continue. Apparently we're having technical difficulties tonight, and but we're live. So let me know if you can do it, Omar. If not, we can go ahead and continue.
Yeah, I don't have any audio on this video, so we will send it to anybody who's on here tonight as a guest. We were gonna send it to them so they can watch it. But for some reason today had to be the special day that the audio didn't want to work. Well, but anyways, what does this is you explain a little bit of on the video, and I'll be responsible for anybody who wants it. We'll send it to them, right?
All right. We apologize for that, but let's continue on. I want to ask the guys now another question. When you learn about the compensation plan, Edgar, you already talked about it a little bit, so I'm going to start with you. How has this changed your life? How impactful has been the compensation plan?
What I can say is that it's definitely changed my life, not because of, what the things that, we can buy from it, but, that sense of, relief and that sense of security that even though, with this pandemic that came a few years ago and how people were just laid off, I was still able to, provide for my family. I was still able to, run the business. I was still able, to do a lot of things that a lot of people couldn't do. So that right there told me that, this industry of network marketing is for real. It can change lives, in a way that is you can't even just imagine, so to me right there, residual, the power of residual income, it is unreal. Like once you go to it, you never want to leave it. You never want to go back to lineal income.
So real quick for those who hear the first time and they might not know where residual income is, give us a quick definition.
Okay, let's just say, I'm just going to give you an example. Let's just say that, I ask you, hey, Dan, can you clean up my balcony here? It's only going to take you 5 minutes. All you got to do is just, hose it down a little bit, take off all the leaves, and it should take you just 5 minutes. And for that, I'm going to give you $30 for that job, which should only take you 5 minutes. Would you do it? Absolutely, because it's only 5 minutes. You're on $30, 30 quick bucks. And then you go to your house, and that's the end of it. But then next month, I sent you another $30 without you even coming here to my house to do the same job again. You're at your house, and I sent you another $30.
So
And then
you
the
do the
month
thing. So you do it once, and you continue to get paid for the rest of your life, as long as you do
doing
it
the
right, right?
doing the job right once, and you get paid over and over and over and over again. And let me
That
tell
is
you,
amazing.
you know, other people that earn this type of income are, people, artists, singers. They create songs. They only do it one time, but how many times does that song get reproduced, gets listened to over and over again?
That's
And
right.
that's the
So
power, and that's the power of residual income.
that's awesome. So Juan, uh, I heard this company have many ways to pay. So can you tell me some of the ways that this company got to pay, and talk a little bit about the two most powerful ones?
Absolutely. About the part of the bonuses that I love about this company is, well, I like simplifying things. If you knew before Amazon came out that they would give you $1 for each person that you told about a company like Amazon, how many people would you tell?
Oh my God, I would have been telling everyone.
Right. And what if, just like Edgar said, for every month that that person decided to jump on Amazon, right, and purchase something, Amazon would send you a check.
That would be awesome.
Same concept, except that this is an Amazon for health. This is an Amazon for livelihood. This is something that people are looking for. They're already looking for. They just don't, and looking for quality, right? But quality costs. So what I love about this, it's all built in. Yes, it costs out elsewhere, but built into the compensation plan, we gave health and for spreading the word and for investing into ourselves. Would you say that your investment is the best investment is yourself?
Yes.
Yeah. So the best form of building yourself is through health. Health. And then once you're healthy, guess what? Other people start looking at you and say, hey, I want what you got. When I said I started this business, again, I was skeptical. One of the reasons why I did it was because of my health. I lost 95 pounds and I couldn't
Wow.
be in front of people without everybody who knew me asking me, what did you do? What did you look different? You're this, you're that, and I'm like, yeah, I lost almost 100 pounds. But all that to say is that was just the beginning. That was just the beginning of a new version of me. And that's what I want to give people, pills and products and all that compensation money aside, you know what? That's great. That's great. That's beautiful. But a new lifestyle, a new health lifestyle of the feeling of feeling alive again. That's beautiful. That's priceless. But the company pays us to not only live that, but show us how to do the same.
Awesome. Awesome. So we get paid for what we did once. We get bonuses for doing what we do, and then as we get monthly pays by levels. So we get paid depending on the level we at. We get paid every month. We can get paid from $30 all the way out to unlimited. Depends how much you want to do it and how hard you want to go at it. But if you're here for the first time, you can ask the person that invited you. They can explain a little bit about that to you. And we're coming here to an end, really close. But I want to ask one question, guys, and let's talk about this levels again. Omar, if you can leave that slide here for me for a quick minute. I want to spend some time in here because sometimes it's kind of like hard to look at this and understand it. So I want to touch bases on this. So looking at here at the first level, it's basically what we're talking about, and we talk about finding or sharing this. Is that correct, guys?
Yes, sir. You are correct.
So tell me a little bit about this. We share with 6 people, and then 6 people share with 6 more, and that the kind of the sharing we're talking about?
Yeah, it's all about sharing. It's all about, and we do it on a daily basis. People don't realize that. We do
Right.
this business on a daily basis because we're always recommending. All we're
Correct.
doing is recommending, sharing information, recommending. We
Yeah.
always ask people, hey, if you Have you recommended a restaurant before? Have you recommended, you know, some store that you liked? They're gonna tell you yes. You've
Yeah,
always recommended, but they
I
don't
wish I
pay
get a
you.
check at the end of the year. You know, when I send people to the restaurant, sometimes you ended up sending 200-300 people, and you didn't get a penny of what they spent in there. You know.
Yes.
So now, quick question, and we're coming to an end here. What I want you guys to look at the camera and direct your answer to the person that's here for the first time and maybe heard about this before and they're a little skeptical. Maybe they are looking for something. What would you say to them? What is something that you say? And we're not in the convincing business. This is not what we're doing. We're not in the convincing business. We are in the service business. We are helping people live a better life, finding their financial freedom, finding freedom in time, because time is one of the most important resources we have. I would dare to say it is the most important resource we have, because you can always make money. If you get sick, you have the opportunity to get better. But I never heard of someone in their deathbed saying, I wish I would have had more money, or I wish I would have had a better job. They all say, I wish I would have more time to spend with my family, more time to do things a different way. So what would you say to them? What would you say to those that are listening to this and they're questioning themselves? Well, they're here for the first time and they don't know, you know, what is this about?
Well, all I can say is, you know, obviously do your research. You know, the information is out there. We're living in a time where, you know, information is within, on our phones, you know, within seconds, you can, you know, go and find that information. But if you want to change your lifestyle, obviously you have to change what you're doing. Because if what you're doing right now isn't giving you the results that you're looking for in life, then you have to change that. There's just no other way. You have to change that. You have to change this up here too. You know, you have to change your mindset, you know. So what I can tell people is do your research. This industry and this company, you know, is transforming lives, you know, every time, all the time. You know, there's, you know, hundreds and thousands of families that've been, you know, that've been transformed because of this company, not just financially, you know, but, you know, personal development. They're better people than they were. They're happier, you know, they have that balance of a lifestyle. I mean, we have somebody here, you know, Dave Daughtry, you know, how, you know, if you hear this this person, this special person to us, the way the where they came from, you know, him and his wife Gabby, where they came from to where they're at now, you know. And then not only that they transformed their lives, but they transformed hundreds and thousands of people's lives along the way. So to me, this is the best business model that there is out there for anybody, you know, to that is looking for a different lifestyle financially, and, you know, health wise and personal growth wise. So that I can tell you from the bottom of my heart, you know, absolutely this is the best. And like I said, you know, there's testimonies here that we have one of the platinums, platinum international diamond here, Dave Daughtry, his story, his testimony. There's others, just, you know, they're so extraordinary people that you know that are here, that are supporting us. And if they can do it, why can we not do it?
Juan, the
So
same question for you. What would you say to them, Juan?
I'd say if you're, again, sick and tired of everything that you're doing and what's going on, of turning the news on and listening to all this stuff that's going on, you know, turn the news off, open a book, start something different. If you're the kind of person who likes to follow instructions, this is for you. If you're the kind of person who doesn't like to follow instructions, this is for you. If you're like the person who likes science and really big into the itty bitty of everything and breaking down everything, this is for you. If you're like the guy that likes to make things happen, go out and make things happen. This is for you. If you're the person who likes to love on people, this is for you. If you have an immune system, this is for you. If you know that change is this close away, this is for you. If not, then that's fine too. That's fine too. I've met a lot of beautiful and great people here who are no longer with the company, who are no longer on the team, but you get to meet those beautiful people and somehow not only impact them, but have them impact you in your life in beautiful ways that's unexplainable in the short amount of time. But this business is for you if you're really, really ready and you're ready to take your life serious.
Awesome, awesome. So both of you said something very, very important and very impactful. Edgar, you said that, and you said, I'm going to say it in another way. If you continue to do what you're doing for the next 5 years, ask the question, where will you be? And this is me directing myself to the people that are here for the first time. Ask yourself the question, what will you do? You know, where would you be in the next 5 years? Do you think you'll be surviving? Do you think you'll be thriving? And another thing is, you know, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over for, you know, and expecting a different result. We've been in this thing for over the last 70 years. You know, this is how our industries changed. You know, we went from harvesting to the Industrial Revolution. And we've been on the same system since the Industrial Revolution started for the last 70 to 80 years. And we were saying years ago, you know, the times are going to change. The only thing inevitable is change. But 2 years ago, it was no longer times are going to change. It changed, and in what way? So if you're here for the first time, look at what's happening. Look at the way things are going, and plan yourself in a way where you can put yourself in a position where you're going to be in a better position for you and your family. We have decided to do that, and luckily, and thank God for this opportunity, we are doing it. And we invite you to do the same thing. This is the best time. I just read an article saying that hard times fuel the network marketing industry. This is the best time. And we are going to do it with or without you, but we want to take you along with us, and want to teach you. We are people of service. We are here to help you. And I always say this, you know, I don't do this for me. I started doing it for me. I started doing it for my family. But someone helped me out in doing this for me, and I want to do the same thing for someone else. So I do this for the next father that's struggling to have time with his kids. I do it for the next guy that have noticed that work it's hard, and it's health is hard for them. So I do this for people, and we are here to help you. So we want to invite you to come along with us and take this ride. It's a fun ride, and you won't regret it. Omar, do we have any announcements?
Yes, we have a very special one that just popped out. We have an incredible 7-figure earner on here tonight, and we asked him if he could say some words, and he agreed. So why not listen to the people who have the results? And welcome here on tonight, all the way from California, Mr. the one and only, the man, the myth, the legend, Dave Daughtry. What's going on,
Yeah.
man? My dog's even barking. So anyhow, I've been listening to you guys. It's great. You know, everything you said, ditto, Dan, Edgardo, Juan. I like how Juan said, if you have an immune system, this is for you. It's very true. Real quick, just, a bit about my story. And the only difference really between me and anybody else is timing. I got involved in 1998 with For Life. If you don't mind, if you want to, I did a PowerPoint earlier today, and I shared just 2 slides real quick of where I started my business. If you'd like to see, if you want to make me co-host.
Yes, you're my co-host.
Okay, thanks, Omar. And I'll just share real quick a couple slides. But you know, I've always been an entrepreneur. I don't like working for anyone else. The back of my business card says, "Let me teach you how to build your dream, or someone else will hire you to build theirs." You see, a company, any company you work for, it's not their job or their responsibility to make you rich or to make you financially independent. In fact, most companies pay you enough just to survive. So you live a life of survival, spending your life just trying to pay for your own mortgage, you know, roof over your head, food on your table, education for your kids, transportation, and so on. And the CEO of that company that you work for certainly doesn't pay you to be his next door or her next door neighbor. Okay. So I've always wanted to be financially independent. And I tried a few things, you know, growing up. But then this concept came to me, getting paid for what you start. Number one, I like that idea. And I think it was Edgardo that mentioned that, starting something today and getting paid months, years, decades down the road for what you started. That's a great concept, you know? So, but how do you do that? How do you take advantage of that? Well, you partner with the company like For Life, because For Life, number one, which I heard said tonight, solid company, stable company, going on 25 years, multinational, offices around the world, debt-free, no debt whatsoever, conservative company, and that's why they're here today and will be for the rest of our lives. So you find a company like For Life, you partner with them, and then, but here's what's key, is both sides have to understand their responsibility for it to work. The company, they do the heavy lifting. They do the administration. They pay all the overhead expenses. They pay for all the inventories. They process credit cards. They have employees. They have rents, offices around the world, operating expenses. They do the heavy lifting. And then our side, to balance it out, we have to do the marketing, because they chose to not use conventional marketing. No radio ads, no TV ads, word of mouth. So both sides have to understand their job responsibility. Well, I knew my job responsibility very well when I joined For Life. I knew that I get paid to do one thing only, and that is talk to people. Share the message of financial independence, health and wellness, which is a $1 trillion industry. I understood what my responsibility was. And so I basically, the day I signed up, October 20th, 1998, I decided at that time, you know, it's time to change my life. I went to work, and let me tell you, if you treat this as a hobby, you get a hobby check, a hobby income. If you treat it seriously as a career, then you can get a career check. And not bragging, but my organization now, over 24 years, has been paid over $2 billion, not million, $2 billion. Isn't that cool? And I heard it mentioned, you know, how many lives get affected. You know, it's true. I've got many millionaires in my organization all around the world, and you know many of them. You know, from Juan Rosado, Dr. Emilio Nevares, Jesus Cabrera, you know, Estela Carpio, the list goes on and on throughout other parts of the world as well. So my point is this: everyone has a beginning. Everyone makes a decision. When you look at a networker that is in For Life that's making a lot of money, understand something. They started just like everyone else. In fact, I was there when most of them signed up. You know, I remember when I flew Dr. Emilio Nevares from Puerto Rico to For Life to see For Life, you know, and then took him up to Park City, Utah, and we goofed around. In fact, he was even there. Gabby and I weren't married. The only people that came to our wedding, we got married at Disney World in Florida, was Herminio and Yadira and their kids. That's it. So the point is this, is that every networker that you see that is successful, they started just like everyone else. You see? So every good networker or great networker at one point didn't know anything about network marketing. They didn't go to network marketing university and get a degree. We've all learned from each other. And that's what I love about this business. And I even heard it mentioned here tonight, is this is the world's greatest personal development course there is, and business course there is, bar none. Because you learn so many things, all these skills you develop, communication skills, leadership skills, management skills, patience is a skill, all these skills that you develop, you know, within this business. But there's the only way it will happen is if you want it to happen. You have to make it happen. How do you do that? Action, action, action. Because the more action you take, the more you learn. And understanding it's not your responsibility to make the whole world be ready for this. The whole world's not ready, but we're scouting out people who are ready. People who want to get involved in the health and wellness business, who want to represent a company like For Life, who want to have incredible products they can share with people, but also an incredible opportunity that can change their life. So let me share with you real quick where I began my For Life business. I can't believe it. I was looking at this earlier today. I don't know if you can, let me know, Omar, if you can see my screen here.
Absolutely, yes.
Okay. So there's the apartment I was living in 1998. I couldn't even afford the $400 a month rent. Look at the light hanging off by the door there. And the door was taken off because there's graffiti on the back. The first night I lived there, I got tagged. My door got tagged by some gang members. My next door neighbors that week were arrested for selling cocaine. That's the area I was living in. It was horrible, but I couldn't afford more than $400, and it was tough paying that. I had no furniture. I'd been through a divorce. I had nothing, no car, no vehicle, which by the way was a benefit to me because I couldn't go anywhere. So I just got on the phone back in 1998. There was no social media, no Facebook, no Instagram, none of that stuff, no Google. So it was really me reaching out to people. And I did use a conference call line where we had a number of lines put together through a conference call. I paid $50 a month to a company called Eagle Telecommunications, $50, and they connected. I forget how many lines it was, but it was toll. I think it was like 250 or 500 lines, but everybody had to pay. I couldn't afford to have a toll-free number. And so people would dial in and listen to this message about For Life, transfer factor, health and wellness. So we did our presentations verbally. You didn't have the visuals like we do now. And so that's how it was. And I worked 8 to faint. Start 8 in the morning till I felt like fainting at night. Some nights my tongue hurt. I was talking so much. And here's a couple of tips. When I would talk to people, I always asked for referrals. Do you know anybody that would like to make a little bit of extra money? Do you know anybody that might have some experience in network marketing? Maybe they were at Herbalife, Amway, New Skin, Forever Living, and a lot of people would say, well, yeah, my cousin was in some company a while. Great. And I don't like making calls for people, where I'm calling and say, well, John gave me your phone number. Well, they're wondering, well, why isn't John here? If it's that great, why isn't John telling me about it? But that's how I kind of had to start. I had to make the calls, and I would ask people if they were in network marketing at all, do you have a printout? Do you have a list of people? And I went down lists, calling names, calling numbers, and a lot of them, they weren't home, wrong number, they just didn't answer. And there were people that just didn't want to talk to me. So what? I'm looking for people that are ready. So I was able to develop the skill of reaching out, communicating with people, and in a way selling myself, telling them, look, I'm going to do this. I'm inviting you to at least come and take a look at it. Take a chance. What do you have to lose? You got a lot to gain, nothing to lose. So just take a look, and some people did. Jeff Altgilbers was one. And by the way, that's the leg that you're all in, is under that leg where Dr. Emilio Nevares is down under there. Another leg that goes out of New Zealand, Australia, another one out of Asia. And so anyhow, I just played follow the leader. People know people. Started driving through my business. Who do you know? Who do you know? Who do you know? Now I'm talking to people with my people, not just people for me, but people with my people, driving a downline. And it took 8 years. 8 years. I joined in 98, 06, I made platinum. And since 06, it's never been less than 7 figures a year income. And so, it can change your life. Absolutely. I now live on top of a mountain here. Love where I live. I've got 7 acres. I've got a view to the beach, to the ocean. From where I live, I've got a lake on the other side of me. I just love it. People say, well, where would you like to live? You can live anywhere. Right where I'm at. I love it on this mountaintop. I love it here. So, that's my story. And keep in mind, every one of you, you're developing your story as you share with people. All right. Success begins with baby steps. All right. The only way you ever get to making 6 or 7 figures in this business is by starting out with making 1 figure. You know what I'm saying? And so, when you're building the business, if you get a builder bonus, you go on a great escape trip, you blast that out to everybody. You share your success. And that's what this is all about, you know, and people helping people. And I heard, I think it was Edgar who said this as well, Edgardo, sorry, about serving people. Very true. Upline serves the downline. That is the formula for success. You never expect your downline to go out and do something you're not willing to do, and you just sit back and make money. It doesn't work that way. The more people you serve, the more people you get out there and help change their lives, the more successful you'll be. So anyhow, thank you for allowing me a moment to share it with you. And I'll pass the mic back over to, I guess, you, Omar or Dan.
Oh, sure. Absolutely. Honored to have you here. Thank you, Dave. Thank you for that. Truly inspiring. You're a legend, man. One of these days, I just want to sit there with you, have a coffee and pick your brains. And I know one day it's going to come because I'm working for that. So we're going to get that. Thank you so much. All right, guys. Dan, we have one more announcement before we close. I'm going to let you close it. You're the man of the hour. So I'm just going to share real quick here what we have for next week. But you can take the mic, take the stage, buddy.
All right. So next week we have another amazing week. We have actually we have you, Omar, as a host, and we're gonna have a product night, correct? So we have what's her name? Caroline from North Carolina. She's going to share about the detox product, and you don't want to miss this. This is an amazing thing that we get to experience. Carolyn is a super experienced. She was in the health business before. She is a nurse practitioner, I believe, if I'm not correct. And she's going to share with us all the benefits of the importance of detoxing and all the digestive product that we have. So you don't want to miss that. With that, I will see you guys next week. Remember, we are here to help you. This is our time. Let's not miss it. Have a good night, everyone.
All right, guys. If you want to drop a few pounds before convention, this is
Thank
the time.
you.
Thank you.
Correct. See you guys in convention.
Woo-hoo! Ready for convention. Woo!
Thank you.
go.
Thank you.
Guys, thank you. Thank you, Dave. Love you, team.
Have a good
Thank
night.
you.
Thank you, Dave.
Thank you.
Have an amazing one. God bless you all.
Good
God
night.
bless.
God
Good night.
bless.